Oh yeah, I will. Okay, I will say this. At first of the interview, I will ask, of course, Saul about his life, his survival, and all this, right? And after that, I will ask a question, of course, to him of the survivor band, and then we're going to talk, obviously, of DOR V DOR band. So I will ask you two guys some questions, right? Like, oh, what's the purpose of this band? And what's your motivation of being in this band? So yeah, that will be the thing. And Saul, after that, he wants to play something at the drums. So, okay.
Great.
I wanted to know just a little bit about you too before we start the interview, just to know, because
come on, guys,
granddaughters, sons of some survivors, or what about you? Of your something from Saul?
Yeah, for sure. Cameron, you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So, okay, so basically, I met Cameron about 2 years ago in a class that we took at school, and we were just talking one day, and we both found out that both of my great grandparents and his grandparents are Holocaust survivors, and my grandparents survived Auschwitz. And Cameron, where did your grandparents? What about yours?
Well, my grandparents, they were actually freedom fighters in the forests of Belarus. If you've ever seen the movie Defiance, that was very similar to their experience.
So yeah, so basically we both found out that we are descendants of Holocaust survivors, and Cameron had the privilege of meeting Saul. Saul spoke at his high school a couple of years back, and I guess they decided to start Holocaust survivor descendant band, and that's when Cameron reached out to me and Saul reached out to me. And I'm the singer and piano player, and Cameron's the guitar player. And yeah, no, it's just been a great experience so far.
Yeah, I about a year ago now, I guess. Luckily, Saul came to my school. Actually, someone else was supposed to speak, if you remember Saul, but she got sick, and so it's kind of like how it worked out that way. And I met him, and I said, I'm a huge fan, of course. What an amazing life story. My grandparents were survivors as well. And he said, oh my God, and here we are.
Cameron, I see you with your flags back there. Who did you support? I see you with your flags back there, United States and Israel and Beitar, Jerusalem, no? And
yes, that's right. Jerusalem, correct.
Tell me, who did you support? Trump or Biden?
Well, we're not here to talk about that.
With the politics.
Okay, I think I will start letting people in because they are in the waiting room. Actually, we will have a guest that he's a Holocaust survivor too. I invited him. He's the one that I interviewed like 2 weeks ago. His name is Johnny Jablon. He's 94. He lives in Canada. He's going to be with us. He's not going to talk, but he's going to be with us. Okay, so I will admit the people, but yeah, I just wanted to say this, that, okay, at first I will ask Saul, then the band. And yeah, I think the video, well, I don't know if we can put it maybe
at the end,
at the end. After Saul speak about his life during the Holocaust, and when he goes to start about talking about the band, then you can put the video to talk about it. Because I think it's also interesting to know how they got to do the band and how it's for Cameron and for Ben to play with somebody that is 95 years old. It has to be, they want to play hard, they want to play, and to be with somebody of 95, it has to be very interesting, no?
Thank you, guys.
Okay, I am letting people in. We are starting in 5 minutes, but yes.
Pregunta técnica nada más. ¿Estás grabando en la nube? ¿No prefieres grabar en tu computadora o lo grabas en la nube?
Así está bien, sí lo he podido hacer así.
Está bien, porque nosotros por experiencia lo hemos puesto a grabar normalmente en computadora, pero para no movértelo.
Ok.
Entonces, me vas a pasar tú la grabación a mí.
Yes, sí, yes. Okay, hello to everyone that is joining us. I think Johnny is here. Are you here, Johnny? I think you're Lenovo.
I don't see none, but I see my 2 boys. I see the interviewer and myself.
Yes, I know. Okay,
Yeah.
let me see.
I don't see nothing else. I see some pictures behind you.
Yes, hello to everyone that is joining us. We will start in 4 minutes, but yeah, if you can turn on your camera, will be nice. So Saul and the guys can see you. So
My
okay.
camera.
Yes.
No, your camera is on, Saul.
What?
No problem. You are okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Hello. Okay, we are here now, like, okay, 70 people. We have from Spain, Marcos is from Spain, from Poland, Magdalena's from Poland. Other ones are from Mexico. Well, most of them. I don't know if anybody's from other country. Well, of course, Saul and Cameron and Ben are from USA, you know, but okay. Johnny, are you here?
Sure, don't you see me?
No, turn on your camera.
Hey,
Yeah, where do I turn the camera?
I
what
can't
happened?
ask you for, okay, I think I
Okay.
asked you for turning on your camera.
It's all right now. No,
How's
no
my
good.
video? Okay. Can you see me now? Yeah.
Yes.
Miguel, I see a gentleman. I don't see
Yeah.
you. I see somebody, older man, looks like me.
Yes, he's Johnny. He's another Holocaust survivor, and I had the honor of interview him in the like 3 weeks ago. So it's nice to have 2 survivors here, right? It's an honor to have Saul and Johnny here.
Yeah. Hi, Sal.
Hi, how are you? Where are you from?
From Krakow.
You must be here. I'm from Krakow too.
Yeah, you from Krakow too?
Yes, I was born in Krakow. I went to school in Krakow.
I went to
the
school
war
in Krakow
started-
too. Yeah, how old where did you live in Krakow?
I live in Celna 8 in Podgórz, across the street of the Wisła.
I live on Zamenhofa. You know
Where?
Zamenhofa, that's near Rynek Główny.
Yeah, I know where it is. I know the street.
Yeah, were you in Płaszów in
I was in Plaszów, then I was shipped from Plaszów.
I was in Płaszów too.
I went to Schindler, but I wasn't on the list. They sent me when they liquidated Plaszów and everything. They brought me to
I worked for Schindler too for a while.
Yeah, you did. Were you not in the same camp when Schindler, or you just work in the factory?
Tell me, were you in Auschwitz?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Where?
Auschwitz.
No, I did. And you got off Auschwitz, so you on the list.
I went from Plaszów to Auschwitz, yeah.
Oh no, I went from Plaszów to Auschwitz, but we were staying on the station, and they shipped us right away out, and we came to Mauthausen.
Yeah, I was in Mauthausen too.
So you must. Where did you go? Where were you? Melk, Steiger, Linz.
I was Linz in Binner.
I was in Linz.
Binnermeer.
I was in Linz and working in the Hauptwerkstätte.
Yeah, I was in Linz after in the P camp.
But where did you work when they sent you away from Mauthausen? Did you work in Linz?
I went to Gunskirchen.
Oh, so
I went to Melk, Gusen.
Oh, you went to Melk. Now I understand. I went directly to Linz, and I was liberated in Linz.
I'm sure I know you.
I bet you for the listen, I know you.
Except I look a little bit different, eh?
Listen, I look a lot different. Where were you born? Where were you born?
In Krakow.
In Krakow.
Where were you born?
Also in Krakow. But I got you know, hold it. You know Eddie Mosberg?
Yeah, sure I know him.
Eddie Mosberg, I was with Eddie Mosberg in camp, and after the camp, I speak to
I know him, yeah.
Sesha, his wife, was very
Leśniak?
friendly with my wife.
Leśniak is my neighbor.
Who?
Leśniak, Romek Leśniak.
Oh, you know Romek too? Yeah.
Is it something? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay,
Yes.
let's hear your music.
Well,
Music,
it's amazing that
now?
it's amazing that we have this meeting. Hello to everyone. I'm about to stream live in Facebook this meeting in the page of the Voice of the Silence and Diario Judío, that we have the director of Diario Judío here in Mexico. So someone is going to send the link in the chat. So if you want to go to share this meeting so people can watch it, right? So okay, we are live in Facebook, so hello officially to everyone in all the countries that we are, right? I was saying that we have people from Mexico, from Poland, from Spain, from USA. I don't know if there's anybody from other country. You can put it on the chat if you are from other country, but yeah, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you. As I said, we are live in Facebook in Diario Judío. We are here with Isaac Ajzen, the director of Diario Judío. So I want you to say hello, Isaac.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here with Saul, with Johnny, with Maya, that she's also like a kind of a survivor of Holocaust, and she's a teacher of Holocaust and knows a lot of it. So it will be very interesting. I want to thank Sam Rodriguez, not just for this conference, but for the work she's doing, bringing the stories of the survivors, the voices of the silence to everybody, to teach everybody, so Holocaust will be remembered all the time. And it's very important to have you here. And Sam, thank you for doing Diario Judío a part of this project. And we will be honored to have all this material there for all the people to know about what happened there, but most important, not just what happened there, what came after that, and the stories of life, like Saul, like Johnny, like any other ones that teach us how to come back after all of this, no?
Yes, thank you so much, Isaac. So yeah, we are here with the DOR V DOR band that is founded by SAUL DRIER. He's a Holocaust survivor. And we are here also with Cameron and Ben, that they are from the band. They are young, as you can see, right? So this is going to be a great interview. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. So yeah, I think we are going to start this interview. Okay. Hello, Saul. How are you?
Hi. How are you? All right. Long time no speak.
Fine, thank you. Okay. I wanted to ask you first. Can you tell us where you were born and how was your childhood and family?
I was born in Krakow, Poland. I had a sister, mother and a father, grandmother, uncles. I had my family consisted of 25 to 30 people from both sides of my mother's marriage and my father's. I went to school in Krakow, where I was born 1925. I'm 95 years old. I was born a year before the war. 10 years before the war broke out. In 1939, the war broke out. I was 14 years old. And you haven't got the video on me, Alfonso. Hello?
Oh, no,
Oh, it's all right now. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Then, of course, the war broke out, and we were brought to the ghetto. My mother was gone already. She went to crematorium. I was left over with my sister and my father and my grandmother. Everybody got killed. There was in the ghetto. There was the last thing that the German came, and they were loading us. They were loading the people on the trucks. They couldn't get my grandma in the truck because she was paralyzed. They shoot her right in front of me. But I wasn't there. I was hidden. There was a drugstore on the corner where the man was gentleman, but he had the drugstore in the ghetto. And he liked me very much because I used to deliver for him the prescription to the Jewish people in ghetto. So he hid me there. I saw the whole action. And in front of my eyes, I saw my grandmother was killed. Then after this, I was shipped to Płaszów, to one of the biggest concentration camps. They had they had a commander that he was one of the biggest butchers. He was killing more people than he was killing ants. Over there, I was a year, I was building the barracks, I was building the concentration camp, and all of a sudden,
yes. I wanted, well,
what?
The second question, it's that I obviously, can you tell us a summary, right, of your survival? Because I know there were like years of this suffering, but please, can you tell us a summary of your survival and how did music help you survive, right? Because
well, I'm gonna give you that. This is when I was shipped to Plaszow, and then I was shipped also Zelba over there. Every night we used to gather in the barracks, and we used to sing, and everybody was singing. We had a cantor. You know what a cantor is? A big man, a Jewish man who sings in the synagogues. You know, like I don't know how to explain it to you. Anyway. He sung and everybody sing it, but I was not singing. So I came with the idea that I had to give him the beat. So wait 1 second.
I know him.
So what happened? Wow. Hello? Are you on?
Yes, we are here.
What happened? I had 2 spoons. You see the spoons? And as they were singing, ya la 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 la, ra ra la 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 la, ra 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 ra, ra 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 ra. This is a replica. I picked it up in Israel. Exactly the same spoons that I ate my food in the concentration camp. And that's how I learned a little bit. And we were entertaining us. So there was one survivor. We survived many, many ways. If I have to tell you about my survival, I better sit here with you for 1 night for 2 or 3 hours. But I'm going to give you 1 episode only, okay?
Yes, if you can just like summarize, right? Like, okay, first I was in this camp, and then I was in this camp, and I had this experience, or the most important thing.
I'm going to summarize. One day, the commander of the concentration camp decided to liquidate a reformatory, it means a little hospital. And he took my whole group, and we had to carry people. The German dug a grave, a grave behind the barracks, and we carried people, and we dumped them there, and the commander of the camp was sitting on the horse and shooting them. And I was carrying one man. He was older than me. I was by his head, and there was another guy in the front, on the stretchers. And he was saying something in Hebrew that he's going to God if I can help him. He said that in Hebrew, and I understood what he said. And when we came to the grave, I make believe, because if I would do something, instead shoot him, the guy would shoot me, the guy, the commander. We came to the grave, and I make some trick. I told the guy, make believe that he's very heavy, and dumped him on the side. And the commander didn't see it. So I don't know till today if he got shot or not. In this grave, they were shooting, they must have shot over 50-some people and buried them. Some was buried alive. Some will dig themselves out and save themselves. So I tell you the truth, that after this happened, they took us away to carry more people to another grave. So I don't know what happened since then. This is one survival. I survived also in this same concentration camp. We were building barracks, and I was not carpet, and I was a laborer. And we had to carry upstairs, carry the lumber. And I was the last one because I was the shorter one. And you had to carry 2 pieces. And unfortunately, there were no more lumber. I carried 1 piece. And the commander caught me. He says, how come you're carrying 1 piece you're supposed to? I said, there's no more there. He took me out. They took me 2 SS men, 2 Germans, and put me on a horse, a wooden horse like the carpet they use, and gave me 15 of them behind with a whip. They whipped me 15 times. And after this, I couldn't sit on my back for 2 months. This was another episode. Well, I got more of those, but it's enough. Continue.
I remember
Yes.
this.
What do you
You're
say,
familiar,
Johnny?
another gentleman, another Holocaust survivor, he understand me what I meant, that would happen. Then of course, when I came to Mauthausen, they had a quarry, how you call it, a stone quarry with 184 steps up. And they brought us down to carry the stone up on the steps. I was carrying for 3 days. The third days I gave up already, I couldn't. So what I did, I took my clothes to throw that to the sewer, and I was completely without clothing. So the German couldn't send me down to the quarry, so they left me in the concentration camp. Eventually, the uniforms came, the dressers, and the split us, they sent us all over. They sent us to 5 different camps. I landed in Linz, Austria, and I was working in a factory where we were building anti-aircraft guns. And I was a welder, because I was being a welder also in Schindler's, because I didn't work in Schindler's factory, but I was in Schindler's concentration camp, because there were 3 different companies. Schindler, and then I was working in a company where we were repairing radiators for the aeroplanes. There was another factory, and the third one was a mill where they were cutting lumber, lumber mill. And that's we were living together, men and women, in the same, not in the same barracks. Men were separate, men were separate. Every morning, everybody went to work. A lot of people went to Schindler, to the factory. I went to my factory with my people, and another people went to the mill. Eventually, was liquidated. The Plaszow Krakow concentration camp was liquidated. Schindler took his people and attached it to a train where were taking us to Austria, to Mauthausen, but we stopped in Auschwitz. He took certain people off to Auschwitz, and then he took him to his, I don't know where, to another camp. We continued 2 more days, and they've conditioned the train. I don't have to tell you. No toilet facilities, no food, no nothing. When we arrived to Mauthausen, in my cattle car, we had 6 dead people from heart attack, from I don't know from what. And over there I was about 2 to 3 weeks, I don't remember, Mauthausen. And from there they shipped me to Linz. In Linz, I was in a big concentration camp. It was mixed with Polish people, Italian, Greek, everybody, and German. The capos, the capos were people that were German. Some of them were murderers, some of them were saboteurs. My capo with his helper was a communist. He had he was a politician. And he was very good to me. I helped him a lot with cigarettes, but it's a story for another time. Anyway, because I saved a lot of people in the last 2-3 days in the war. But it's another story. I can too late too much to talk about it. And I was liberated in Linz, and then I was putting on the trucks. The Jewish brigade picked up all the young people and they shipped us to Italy, to a displaced person camp down to Italy. We were traveling with truck by a couple of days. And over there, I recuperated. It came to the United States. That's it.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So were you in 3 concentration camps? Or?
Yes, I was in 3. Yeah. I was in Plaszow, I was in Schindler's, and then the Mauthausen.
Linz.
Linz, yes.
And Linz.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Can you tell us a little bit more of...
Now, another gentleman from another Holocaust survivor, could you ask him where he lives now, Toronto or Montreal?
Montreal.
Okay, you maybe know my cousin, a survivor from concentration camp with a mother. The mother passed away, but her name is Weintraub, Lucia Weintraub.
Sure, I know.
You know her?
Yeah.
That's my cousin.
No kidding.
Yeah, she was in Schindler with her mother. Her mother passed away. She went to Israel, got married, and came. Her son, you know her son. He's a director of the show in Calgary, Alberta, the TV show that you got there. I forgot the name of it.
You see, my hearing is not very good. I'm getting older, you know.
Tell me something. What year you were born?
For me?
What year you were born?
1926.
26. So you're younger than me.
I'm younger than you, so
yeah. And you know who I am? I am the oldest Holocaust survivor in the world playing music, alive.
You know, Brother Rosen?
Yeah, Brother Rosen. I used to play with him.
Yeah, they used to play Forget.
Yes, I know.
Accordion and
accordion and violin.
Violin, yeah.
Yeah. Where's my sweetheart? Let's continue.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, for people that wasn't here in the meeting, Saul now it's talking with Johnny that he's another survivor. They both are from Krakow, so it's amazing, right, to have both of them here in this meeting. But yes, I wanted to ask you more, like specifically, Saul. Can you tell us? I think I read or I heard in a video of you that you used to use the spoons to make music when you were like at the time of having dinner, right? How was it? How was to sing in the concentration camps?
Yeah, but I want to skip the concentration camp already. I want to go after the concentration camp. I want to go to my life in America. When I was 89 years old. This is in 2014. I was watching a show in the morning on my computer, and I saw a woman. They said that she passed away. She was 180 years old, and she was a piano player. So she survived the Theresienstadt concentration camp. This was a propaganda camp for the German, and it took me very bad. And I said I have to do something. At the same time, there are 350 million people living in the United States. I came out with the idea to put together a Holocaust survivor band. Okay, I was playing with this Holocaust survivor band till I played till now. All of a sudden, a few months ago, I don't remember when, after the two boys told you about the school, we decided to put together a young band with children who are kids of the Holocaust survivors, like the grandmothers, grandfathers, you know. And I found two people, they're sitting, which you can see them, Ben and Cameron. And we found another couple boys. One boy is Jordan Greenbaum. And also the main guy, also a musician, his name is Zach Cohen. And we put together a band and we gave it a name, the Holocaust, the DOR V DOR Band. You know what DOR V DOR means in English? Generation after generation after generation band. And we played together. As a matter of fact, just before the virus 19 came out, we were in Dallas, Texas, with this new orchestra. We played in front of 5,500 children from all over the world.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and you got the two musicians are sitting in front of you. They're my idols. And we're practicing for some other things, and we're gonna go places. And I'm among them. I'm the oldest one playing with them.
Of course. And yeah, I think it's amazing, right? What you have done with music after all that you suffered in all that 3 concentration camps, all this, suffering, starving, and you found like this hope in music. I wanted to show some photos because I think I have a photo of you.
Yes.
The first one is, I think, when you were liberated, and then when you were, okay, I will show them.
Show it. Oh, you see this picture? This picture is 2 days after the liberation. I was bumped before then. You see my hands? American soldier took me to the hospital. They were operating me. He was with me for 2 days. When I came out, I'm still in the uniform. You see the concentration camp uniform. You see my hands are bandaged. And he left because they had to leave. You know, he was in the Red Cross. And after this, in 1952 in New York, I went to a dance. I was in the mother then, and I met him there. It was a big to do. I married him. I met him in a dancing hall. The soldier who took care of me. This guy saved my life because he took me to the hospital. I got a shrapnel in my head. I've got 2 shrapnels in my back. I got one hand and I lost a finger with one hand.
Yes, I think this photo is like, wow, right? So interesting because yes, it's like you are just after being liberated, right?
Yes, this is 2 days. This photo was taken 2 days or 3 days before my liberation. This one is this picture. I used to play soccer, but this is not a professional team. This is a team that we put together in the concentration camp. And at that time, I didn't play because I'm just dressed, but the team played. I didn't feel good. I watched them. I was playing in Italy some soccer, and also I was playing in Italy the drums, the displaced person camp, where I learned how to play the drums with a pianist who was a liberated, also a Holocaust survivor. Because we were young people, you can see on the picture, the all young people. At the night we had nothing to do, so they brought us to this concert, to our DP camp. They brought a set of drums and they brought a piano, and we play music. They were dancing. I volunteer. Nobody wanted to play the drums. I volunteered. That's how I learned. And then came to America. For 60 years, I didn't play the drums until I put together the Holocaust survivor band. Oh, this one is on the boat, on the ship going to America from Italy.
Oh, yes. You're in the boat,
this
right?
was done in 1949. This is already, I was a liberated man going to America. This is on the Marina Jump is the name of the ship.
Yes, and okay, before talking more about, the band of the music, I just wanted to ask you, I know we are here to talk about, good stuff and this, but what is your, worst memory, right, of the war?
There was, darling, no such a thing was more. All memories were bad during the war. No wars were bad. They all were bad. No food, no parents, nobody, and just clapping two spoons. That's it.
Yes. So I want to ask you, what was your motivation of keep living?
My motivation was, I wanted to live. I wanted to live, and to survive. How I survive, as God, don't ask me. I don't know.
Yes,
but I survive.
All of you that are survivors, it's we
got all stories. You see the survivor sitting there from Montreal. Believe me, he's got plenty stories. You interview him. We all have different stories, different parents, different families, different and everything. So everybody's got a story.
We won.
Yes.
We won.
That's right.
Yeah. So. It's really nice that after all these horrors you could do this of music, right? Because as you said, you gone through terrible stuff. You lost all your family, then you had to be in these concentration camps, working and suffering, starving. So I think that what you do, it's amazing, right? To spread this hope
now
with
one
music.
thing I'm doing with the boys, with my orchestras. I told myself that till I die, I'm going to try to beat the anti-Semitism. And that's my goal. How long I'm going to live, how long I'm going to play, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to play for the people. We're going to try to do the best we can, but we have to beat the anti-Semitism because it's disgusting.
Yes, that's true. The anti-Semitism should not exist, right? Not just that, all the hate in the world should not exist. So that's why we are here, learn about your story, about what happened, you know, and then so this will never happen again. Okay, I want to ask you, did you ever go back to Poland to visit your town and maybe the camps?
Yes, I went to Poland. Maybe you're gonna hear your audience, maybe they're gonna know about it. I went to Poland twice with my family. Twice with my family, you know, because I'm a father of 4 children, 10 grandchildren, and 3 great children, and a brother-in-law and sister-in-law where they have children. So all of them went to Poland. There's still the Russians were there. The second time I went to Poland just with my son. My son was a captain a captain pilot for a major airlines. So I flew with my wife. But at that time I knew nothing about it. But when I put together Holocaust Survivor Band, I got a lot of breaks, and one break came that somebody discovered us and brought us to Poland. I was playing in Poland with another orchestra. We were playing we came 4 people, my guitarist, me, my accordion man and his daughter. And I brought one of my daughters with me. And we played there in the ghetto, you know, in the ghetto quarters. Outside, we had 3,700 people. There was unbelievable. But besides this, I was interviewed on television. I was in the newspapers. And also we play and we sang with a famous Polish singer. At that time, it was about 3 years ago. He was very famous and became very friendly. I communicated with him, and after this, I went to Poland 3 times. I also filmed in Poland with 2 Israeli singers, the #1 in Israel, with Dodo Fischer and Get Elbas, and I was the drummer, and we were filming with children. We had 120 children for Polish schools with us. You can see it. It is on the YouTube. We got it someplace. The concert took 2 hours, maybe more.
Oh, I think it's a great thing that you you returned to Poland, but not just to, you know, visit or something. You were making music in Poland.
I was making music in Poland 3 times. Once the concert, then the filming of me, and then once I came to Poland, and some people, friend of mine, surprised me and make me my birthday party in the higher orchestra, and I was playing with them together, and where they invited a lot of people. I was playing at the Jewish museum in Poland, in Warsaw, and then before then with Dodo Fischer and with Get Elbas, I led a reef on the 6 million Jews, and also the fighters, you know, the partisans. So it gave me a lot of pleasure. I felt so good that I can, in my age, I can be there and do this, what I'm doing. The best I do, I play. I love my boys. I love my orchestra. And we're going to go places so long I'm alive. Oh, this one, yeah. You see this picture? In the center is a man, a Polish man, who saved 20 Jewish people from the German. The German walked in and wanted to take him away. He told him, "What can I do for you so I can have the Jewish people working in my factory?" The German says, "We want a 2 kilo, which is about 4 pounds of gold." The man says, "Hang around, I'm gonna have it." He brought and delivered the 4 kilo of gold, and that he led them to keep the Jews, and they survived because of this man. He passed away already last year. And on the left is my accordionist, also a Holocaust survivor. Here me put together the Holocaust survivor band. This picture is taken either in Atlanta or either in Miami. We got a documentary that was filmed 2.5 years by a Chicago producer. He just sold that to the Metro Golden Films, and we won first place. We won in Miami. We won first place in Atlanta. We were playing in Krakow in our city. We had in the how you call it, in the festival, film festival. We won in New Zealand, and now on the 24th of this month, our documentary gonna go all over the world, Amazon, and everybody can see it, starting on the 24th of November.
Yes, I think that's the poster,
yeah, you see
right?
the picture there, Sal and Ruby, yeah, Holocaust. This is the documentary. Anything else,
I think it's amazing, right? That you were all around the world playing with with other Holocaust survivors. I think, wow, that's amazing, and we admire you because of all your energy, right? For example, all the photos that you have playing, they are amazing. So.
Well, I'm gonna show you now the energy when I'm gonna play my drums. But anyway, also I played in Israel. I was conducting a children from a conservatory, and I was playing with them too in Israel. It was in Bet Shemesh, a city, a very conservative city near Jerusalem. I was invited. I play myself, and I put together all orchestra. As a matter of fact, one act I had 7 children with a mother. The mother play accordion, and the 7 children play different instruments. You can see it someplace also on my website. I don't know. It's someplace there. Also in Israel, I had beautiful time.
Yes.
Anything else?
We will share your website so people can go to it. So yes. So let's talk about DOR V DOR BAND, right?
Well,
I think for introducing.
A big fan.
Oh no, go ahead. How did you found the DOR V DOR BAND?
DOR V DOR BAND. I got good speakers for me sitting there. I see him on the Zoom. You can ask him whatever you want. They're gonna explain you everything.
Yes, thank you so much. So I think before that, we want to show the video that they sent us of this concert you had. So Isaac, if you can put it, please.
So I tell you what we're gonna do. Show the video, then I'm gonna play one song on my drum, so everybody gonna be happy, and then you can interview my young orchestra. Okay? Fair enough?
Yes.
Okay, so put the video, because the video is not long. I know it's a beautiful video. We play for 5,500 children. And after this, I'm going to put that song. I'm going to put on my drums, change the camera, so you can see me, and I'm going to play a beautiful song. And after this, you can interview, you can do anything you want.
Okay, thank you so much.
Maggie.
Yes, Lord.
You're here because we're going to have to change the camera when I go on the drums. You got that?
The Holocaust. I have seen the hate, and I have seen the dead. I am here to walk. I'm here to walk you in. All of you. Come on.
Who's ready for some Wake Me Up by Avicii? All right, guys. Sing along if you know the words, all right? All right, sing along if you know the words. Wait. It's not the right setting. All right, here we go. Here we go. Feel my way through the darkness. Gotta buy a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know it starts. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. So life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. But that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over. when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. I try to carry the weight of the world, but I only have 2 hands. I hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plan. I wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Come on, Dallas! But life's a game made for everyone, and love is a problem. One more time! So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. 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 Thank you, Dallas. Hey, Dallas. Dallas. Hey, make some noise for SAUL DRIER, everyone. We're not done just yet, Dallas. At the special request of SAUL DRIER, we are going to do an Am Yisrael Chai call-in-repeat chant. Sound good? All right, so repeat after us. 3, 2, 1. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. Thank you, Dallas. You guys have been amazing.
Ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen,
everyone.
I want you to follow me. Never again.
Never
again. And never again.
Thank you. Thank you, Dallas. You guys have been incredible.
Okay, thank you so much for that video. I think it's amazing. You guys are so talented.
All right, now this week I'm gonna set it up. Give me a chance, and I'm gonna play.
Okay.
You want me to play?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
I have to take the computer. Okay, you tell me if you see me. Okay, what happened?
Maybe if you put like down your screen, because we see like the wall, you know, the wall.
Oh, you see the wall. How about now? But I don't see that. I have got no picture. Oh my God, I have got no picture.
Okay, well, meanwhile, Saul gets ready that. I want to congratulate you guys, DOR V DOR Band, because you have this beautiful band with this beautiful purpose that I will ask you, you know, what's the purpose, but we are here with Ben Miller and Cameron Newman. I'm going to ask them some questions after Saul plays for us the drums.
Are you seeing me good? Are you seeing me good now?
Yes, well, we don't see the drums, but but we see you.
Wait a second, she's gonna set up the computer. Okay.
No, you
see me good now on the picture? Hello.
Okay, now we see you. If you can put it lower, it will be good. But yeah, we see you.
Lower.
Lower. Oh, so push it back. Push it back. The whole thing. The whole thing. The whole. Yeah. How about now? Go further. Further. Further back.
Pull
How about now?
the camera a little bit down.
How about now?
A little bit more down. Put it a little bit down.
The screen, yeah, lower, lower a little bit.
How about now?
Yes, it's good.
Okay,
It's good now.
How about now?
Yes.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay, hold it. Hold it 1 second. Hold it.
Well, yeah, I wanted to say that that video was amazing. I think that you're a great band. I know you are starting, right? Like a band, like some months ago or a year ago, but I think it's so amazing what you're doing, and also Saul that it's there, and he always talks right at the concerts and all this. So yes, I think Saul is. Are you ready? I don't know. I don't know why, but we don't hear. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Saul. That was amazing. Oh, can you stay there to take a picture with you with your drums?
Did you see it?
Yes, it was amazing.
Okay.
It's so admirable that at your age you can play like that, you know?
95 years old.
Yes, wow.
Ask the boys if they saw me. Ask Cameron and ask Ben if they saw me.
You did amazing, Saul.
Did you see him?
Yes, you did amazing, as always.
Okay, now, Ben, after the show, call me because I have to make arrangements with you guys, okay? Now you can interview the boys, okay?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Because I have got no picture. I don't know what happened.
Well, before that, I just wanted to take a picture of all of us in this meeting. So because maybe someone has to leave because they are busy or something. So
Right.
I think it's a good memory, right, to have this picture.
Yes.
So if everyone
Hold on
can.
1 second. Let me say, even though I don't see you, let me say goodbye to everybody.
No,
Thank you, Dalek, for the interview.
Saul.
Yes.
Can we take a picture with you before you go?
Well, I don't see. I can't see you.
Okay.
I have got no picture on my computer.
You just stay there. I can see you, so I will take the photo. Okay.
Okay,
so
you want to take the photo?
Yes, if everyone can turn on your camera, it will be nice, so you can be in this photo right now.
You see me now?
Yes, that's okay. I'm waiting for people to open your camera. Okay, if you can't, it's okay, but if you can, it will be nice because
Make sure you send me the picture because I don't see nothing. I'm just looking on Zoom.
Okay, yes, don't worry. You are great like that, Saul. Okay, we are waiting a little bit more for people to open their cameras. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait me a little bit because I have to take another one because we are a lot.
Cameron, make sure you get the pictures.
Another one.
That's all.
Everybody look to the front.
Okay.
Everybody look and
again.
smile.
Hello. Say smile. Okay. I think we are here. We have the photo. It's ready. Okay. Thank you so much with that photo. So yeah, I will keep interviewing Ben and Cameron. Thank you, Saul. Are you going to go right now?
No. Whenever the boys are finished, they're gonna call me. We got a big rehearsal today, and I have to set it up to be taken to the rehearsal.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. And I will.
There are many questions that people want to ask you, so stay with us, please.
Could I say goodbye to the Holocaust survivor, please? What's his name?
Johnny.
Hi, goodbye. And I tell you that what
I have one question for you.
Could you give my email or my telephone number? I want to be in touch with him.
I will give him.
Yes.
Hey?
Johnny wants to make you a question, Saul.
What?
Johnny wants to make you a question before you leave. He wants to do a question with you.
Especially with me anytime.
No, now he wants to make you a question, Johnny.
I have a question for you.
I can't see you guys. I have got no picture.
It's okay.
I don't know why. When I move when I move my laptop, something happened.
I have a question for you. So
go ahead.
When Get was whipping you in Plaszow, you received 100 on your tuchus.
Yeah, 15 times I got from Get.
Yeah, you have to count it. Remember, remember a boy named.
To count myself. 1, 2, 3, German.
Mietek Schiff.
Mietek Schiff, I know him. He was a policeman.
Yeah, he received the same time.
Yes.
And I woke up in the barrack. I see him with his tuchus bigger than his whole body.
You must be kidding. You got the same thing. This
exactly. Yes.
Alive.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nice seeing you. Be in touch with the people.
Maybe we get in touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Saul, if you can stay, it will be great because I think we have a question here. Marcos from Spain have a question for you. Has a question for you. Can he ask you?
Go ahead.
Yes. First of all, thanks for telling your story. I need that is important. My first question is, when you are in Mauthausen camp, did you know some Spanish prisoners?
Spanish prisoners? No, only Italian. I was with Italian, Greek prisoners, German prisoners, Polish prisoners, Jews, and some more, but I never saw a Spanish prisoner in concentration camp.
May I answer? Yes, there was Spanish in Mauthausen. There were lots of camp. That's from the as a matter of fact, there was a ruling in Mauthausen, Spanish people. I seen them a lot.
I think that they told the Mauthausen, this is the Spanish camp.
Look, because in Mauthausen, they kept a lot of diplomats, a lot of people from all over Europe, the big shots, you know, the governments like the people from Poland, people from Spain, people from Czechoslovakia, from all over. They were kept in there, but they were big people, either presidents or vice president or diplomats. But I never got in contact with them. I was a little nothing.
The second question is, the tattoos that prisoners in Auschwitz were only in Auschwitz, or in other camps people were tattooed?
We had in Auschwitz, we had Polish people and Jewish people, the majority. Then they brought people from all over the world.
German.
But this is what I had. I wasn't in the concentration camp in Auschwitz, so I don't know.
But I mean, if only in Auschwitz the people were tattooed of the prisoner number in the.
Yeah, you want to see the number? Yeah.
Yeah, I got that number.
Yeah. Can you see it?
You want to see my number? If you can see it, I got a charm that I designed, and with my number of concentration camp. Anybody can see it. You see it?
Yes.
It says Holocaust Survivor Band, and it says my number 84. I don't know. I don't remember either. Could you see it?
Yes. Yes. But right. I mean, if only in Auschwitz were tattoos on in other.
No, I was tattooed in Mauthausen.
Okay. If I read in internet that only the tattoos were in Auschwitz.
Yeah, in Auschwitz they tattooed. The majority people were tattooed in Auschwitz.
Okay. And the three questions to finish is, what do you say to people that is telling in Facebook or in WhatsApp or Instagram that Holocaust never happened, that it is a Hollywood story?
Those people are stupid and ignorant. I hate them.
Me too.
This is what I tell you, it happened. If somebody says that didn't happen, they're sick, they're ignorant, and they're disgusting.
Saul,
yes.
Can I make you a question, Saul?
Yes, go ahead.
What is important for you to be playing in a band with young kids? You know, for young kids, there
important because I want young people in the world to know about the Holocaust.
Sorry?
I want all the people in the world to know about the Holocaust. I can do only that with the young people because I have got old people to play with. With the young people, they display it, they show their faces, they know what they're talking about, they learn about it. I want the whole world should learn about the Holocaust. Because the Holocaust was the worst thing that ever happened in the world, to kill 6 million Jews and the whole 12 million people for nothing. And this is what I want should happen anymore. That's why I'm fighting until I die. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna fight every anti-Semite I can.
Thank you. You know, for some people, for some survivors, the revenge to the Nazi or what happened there is to show to the world that we are still alive and that doesn't have to happen again. What do you think? What is for you the most important message for everybody when you play your music?
Is anybody talking to me?
Sorry?
Who answered this question? You did?
I
see. I see. Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Thank you for. Okay.
Anything else? Could I get off, or you still want me?
I think Cameron is going to tell you something.
Saul, do you want to hang on till the end of our interview?
I don't say Cameron. Let me hear it after that.
Can you hear me?
Louder.
Can you hear me, Saul? Yes. Okay. Do you want to stay on for the rest of our interviews for the next 15 minutes or so?
I can't stay. I haven't got a picture. If I can find the picture, I would love to stay. If not, I'm gonna hear. Let me hear the interview. I'm sitting on the chair. Go right ahead.
Okay. So Sam.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Now I'm asking Ben and Cameron about the band. So first of all, I want to ask Cameron, how was the band DOR V DOR founded?
Well, thank you so much for having us. It really means a lot, especially since, you know, I see so many young people on the call, fellow young people. So it's a really important mission. And again, I thank you for doing this. DOR V DOR was founded somewhat by chance. It's kind of a funny story. At my school, we were blessed enough to have King Saul, as we call him, SAUL DRIER, the man, come speak to us. And he was so amazing. I never saw someone with such energy, especially at his age. He has more energy than me. And he came on the stage, he did a drum performance, and he told us a story, and I was amazed. I knew I had to meet him afterwards. And so I waited till everyone in the auditorium left, and I came up to him, and I said, you know, I just want to thank you for the incredible work you do. My name is Cameron, and my grandmother was a Holocaust survivor. And he said, you're kidding. And, you know, we talked. And from there, with the help of some people that work with Saul, and of course, Saul himself, we got together the idea of spreading it to the youth. Because, you know, unfortunately, as Marco said, you know, the youth really don't know. It's a shame. We're not being taught about it in the way that we should. The most documented event in human history, one of the most important events in human history, not just for Jews, but for everyone, really, for humanity. We're not being taught about it, and it's unbelievable. So we looked into this and we said, what can we do about this? And that's where we brought in Ben. I knew Ben from a class a year prior, and I knew he was an amazing musician, an amazing guy. and he came on board, and we sort of got it together from there. And thank God, since then, we've had success in showing onto other kids. And, you know, it really brings the Holocaust and Holocaust remembrance and how amazing these people like Saul are from the textbook, from a boring lecture onto the stage in front of them. They see it alive. They see the descendants of survivors. They see the survivors themselves. And it's to give them something that they remember, something that they enjoy, and that they see the living presence of survivors and descendants thereof alive and in front of them.
Of course, because it's different, as you said, right? Like to read a history book, to learn about it, maybe in the school or yes, in a book, than to know someone that went through that, like Saul, like Johnny, and our ancestors, right? Your grandfather, right?
Yeah, my grandmother, she was they actually wrote a book. I have it with me here. It's called From Victims to Victors. It says the incredible saga of armed resistance fighters that thwarted the Nazis' goal in the Second World War. The story of a small group of brave Jews during the Holocaust. They were from the forests of Poland. If any of you saw the movie Defiance, that was their story. And so after all that they've done for me, this is how we honor them, you know, and I think that's true for many descendants of survivors around the world, like Saul, like Johnny on this call. You know, this is our way of saluting you. Because think of how many survivors would have, or people who experienced Holocaust would have just given up, and it was just too tough for them to bear. And who would have blamed them for doing so, for not choosing to fight on, to carry on? But because, you know, you guys did, or for chance or whatever reason, because you guys preserved the values that you've passed on to us, this is how we salute you, and we thank you for it every day.
Thank you so much for that answer. I think it's a great labor what you're doing, and it's so important to us as young generation to know about what happened. And I think music and this band, it's a really good opportunity for young people to know about what happened, right? So yes, I want to ask Ben, what's the purpose and the message of DOR V DOR Band, and what kind of music do you play?
Hi, so the purpose of DOR V DOR Band is, like Cameron was saying, we want to spread the message of never forget, and we want to encourage people to join our mission of stopping hatred around the world. And the type of music we play, we honestly play a lot of everything. We play Hebrew songs and American pop songs as well, all the way from Hava Nagila to Green Day. And like you saw in our video, we sang an Avicii song called Wake Me Up, which is a really nice message of like getting over all the bad things that happen in your life. And yeah, so we honestly play tons of different genres of music.
Okay, thank you so much. And how old are you?
So I just turned 18 and I'm a senior in high school, and Cameron is a junior in high school and he's 16.
Wow. Yes, it's so admirable that at your young age, you're doing this. You are aware, obviously, of what happened, and you can like show this through the band, through the music. So yeah, it's amazing. I want to ask Cameron. Well, I think you said that, but well, maybe I can ask Ben, because I was going to ask you what was your motivation of being in this band, but you talked about your grandmother and all that. So Ben, can you tell us your motivation?
Yeah. So on my mom's side of the family, my great-grandparents survived Auschwitz. And I feel that this is living on their legacy and honoring them through something that I love to do, which is music. And Saul loves music. So it's just an amazing way of combining honoring my great-grandparents and making Saul's dream of spreading music and light with the world come true. So that's really the purpose.
Yes, I think it's a really nice purpose, you know. I am too a descendant of, survivors, and my grandparents, they died at the Holocaust, you know, so that's why I'm doing this, and I admire you guys also for this band. So yes, I want to ask Cameron, where has your band played at, and what are like your future concerts, if you have like planned future concerts?
Yeah, so thank you for asking that. We've actually performed at a few small synagogues here and there. Oh, I see Alejandra just threw our Instagram in the chat. Please follow. We'd love to keep in touch with you guys. But so as you're saying, we performed at like a few smaller synagogues, but our major performance right before coronavirus hit was at the International Convention of BBYO, B'nai B'rith Youth Organization, which is a Jewish youth group. And there were 6,000 kids there from all over the world. Many of them, I think maybe most of them, were Holocaust survivors. Some from Mexico as well, some from Europe, you know, Asia, all over. It's amazing. And we played for them, and it was truly, truly a beautiful, heartwarming, tear-jerking experience to see all these people who really, they're here by chance. You know, how many in all of our lineages, not just for Holocaust survivors and descendants of survivors, their ancestors had such near-death experiences. They were put through such trials, yet they emerged anyway. So I think that when you look at that and keep that in mind going through your day-to-day life, it gives you a sense of responsibility and purpose to always fight harder. And I think that's the message we tried to deliver to all these kids that were there. And, you know, Ben could also talk about this, and Saul could talk about this as well, because they were there and they know it. But the reaction was really, really beautiful that we saw. We hoped people would be amazed, but we didn't know that they would love it so much. People were waiting afterwards to meet Saul, like the celebrity that he is. And it was a really, really beautiful thing to watch. So COVID threw a little bit of a pause into things, but we're grateful for the future lying ahead. We're very confident in it, very excited. We're applying to a few different things, and you know, we're just going to keep praying and keep working with Saul.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Could I interrupt for a second?
Of course.
We are gonna go places with this voice so much, as long as I'm alive. But I'm planning something. Didn't tell you about it. I'm planning a summit for young children. We're gonna bring it to Florida, to Boca Raton and the college. Soon the virus is over. There's gonna be our first big concert.
Wow.
That's it.
That would be amazing, right?
Can I say something?
Yes, of course, Johnny.
Well, I have a message. I lost my entire family to the Holocaust, and I used to hate Germans. I used to hate anybody. And hate is a poison. I don't hate anymore, and shouldn't hate. Now, what's the key? What's the key to not to happen again? In my opinion, the key is only education, and only education to teach the young people what can happen. What was the crime of my little brother? What was the crime of the other 6 million people? The crime was prejudice. The crime that my little brother was born Jewish, and my whole family was born Jewish. This was the crime, and should not never happen again. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny.
Well spoken, beautiful.
Yes, it's something to think about, right? Because education is, the key for this, so this never happens again. And not just this, all the bad stuff that is happening in the world, all the hate, all the violence, it can, like, the only way it can go better, it's like education, right? So that's why we are here. And also, I think DOR V DOR Band has this education like focus, and it's amazing, right? So I want to ask Ben, how can music help this young generation, to fight darkness with light? Because I think I saw that that quote in your Instagram.
Yeah, so it's a great question. So our message, is basically to fight darkness with light. And we feel that, especially after seeing well the kids reacted in Dallas, we really feel that music is the way of spreading happiness and peace with the world. And that's the best way for young kids and teenagers to appreciate our message and appreciate what we're trying to do with the world. And that's how we just feel music is the universal language, and it really can spread happiness and fight all the bad stuff off. So that's what we feel.
Yes, I think that's a beautiful message, because you're right. Music, it's like the universal language. We hear, for example, music in English in all over the world, right? And all this. So I think it's great what you're doing, and I hope you can keep doing this, making concerts, traveling around the world, just not just in States, right? We wait for you in Mexico, in Poland, in Spain. We wait for you guys. So yeah, I wanted to show, I think I have some pictures of the band here. So yeah, I'm going to show them right now. Okay. And if you guys want to say something, you can, right? But yeah, I think this was in that that Congress, that Jewish Congress, right?
Yeah, yes. That was right after the performance, or before. I don't remember, but it was they were taking pictures of us after, and that was right when the concert ended, right, Cam?
Yeah, that was right after. Incredibly happy. We were very nervous in the weeks leading up because it was a huge performance. Prior to that, we've barely played for 20 people, let alone almost 6,000. Mm-hmm. But thank God we did a great job, and we feel we delivered the message in a fun and positive way, which is really our goal. And it was just so touching and amazing to watch Saul happy and to watch Saul enjoy it. And that was incredible. That was right afterwards.
And I was shocking within the rehearsal. We were playing without the rehearsal.
Wow.
And I was shocking when I was reading.
Yes, I think what you do is
I was so excited. I was so emotional. It was unbelievable.
You spread all this hope, all this. You're sorry. Oh, I think. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I was freezed or something like okay. Okay, I think I have these pictures of that concert. So yes, it's amazing that you play with a rehearsal, and I know you are, as I said, right, relative new band, but it's amazing what you do, and most of it, the message that you are giving to our generation. It's like, for example, maybe there's people that they are not going to read a history book, or they are not going to want to join one meeting as we are, like talking with a survivor of this, but through music, I think you can do it, right? So that's amazing, the message you can give through music. And yes, I think I have other picture here. Yes, that picture of you.
That was at
the last one.
Yeah, I was at like a meetup right beforehand. Yeah, same with the next picture.
Yeah, Saul sold out the meetup room.
He did. There were people waiting outside. Yeah, forgot about that. And that was really great as well. And what was amazing about that is that was right before a big performance. We said, you know, how many of you are descendants of Holocaust survivors? Just out of curiosity. And almost everyone raised their hand, which is amazing. And I think it was just very interesting to see. That sort of gave Ben and I a purpose, or I guess you could say validation for what we were doing, because we thought it was important to give a voice for them as well and to be represented. It was really fun that day.
Yes, thank you so much for answering all these questions. I think it's so interesting. It's one in a life, you know, a band like you guys. It's amazing that you have Saul at his age with this energy, you know. As Cameron says, I think he has more energy than us, and it's amazing. And I think the heart that you have, Cameron, Ben, the other members, and they couldn't be here, but I think the heart that you have, it's amazing, and thank you for that, because that's what we need in this generation, this hope, this message of love, and hope and faith, you know, because you were saying like, thank God we can do this, thank God Saul is alive, John is alive, thank God we are here, we have family, we have all these things, you know, so we should value all the things we have. And I think that also that's the message of your band. So yes, I think, yeah.
I think Samantha just
sorry,
a little bit.
I don't know what happened. I had to.
In the meanwhile, Ben and Cameron, I have a question for both of you. You know, there just was an action there talking that young people in the United States, most of them youth, don't know about Holocaust or see it like something far, far away, like it doesn't tell me something. What do you think? I know you are a family of survivors or from people that died in the Holocaust, but how can we spread this message? You don't think about Holocaust, you think about normal songs. What can we do so don't forget the Holocaust?
Right. Well, it's a really, really good question, because it's very true. So it's interesting. I had a friend, very good friend. I've been friends with him for 4 years now, since I moved to where I live now. And I was just walking with him one day, and he said something like, you know, oh, like so-and-so said, you know, Jews own the media and Jews own Hollywood, you know, like your typical anti-Semitic tropes, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, they said that, you know, that's pretty anti-Semitic. I'm surprised, you know? And he's like, what's anti-Semitic about it? Like, it's true. Like, it's not something to be insulted about. It's just, you know, it is what it is. And he didn't say it trying to insult me. He just said it as if it was a matter of fact. So what's interesting to me is anti-Semitism is way, way more common, unfortunately, than I think that we think. And it's really ingrained into, what's scary is that extremists don't believe it only. It's normal people too that harbor these views. That's the scary part. So I think when it comes to raising awareness about what we're doing, like you said, with the bands, the goal of DOR V DOR, and Ben and I have talked about this a lot of times, is not to reach out to those kids and speak to those kids who already know about the Holocaust, who already are ingrained with the message and feel the responsibility that, hey, we are the last generation ever meet a survivor, and this is our mission to carry it on. Our goal is to talk to the kids who don't know, and the kids who aren't interested, not necessarily Jewish, not necessarily descendant of survivors. And so that's why we sing the pop music to get to reach them.
Yeah.
For you, Ben.
What you say?
For you, Ben, what is this important? I think you move in the school, they have to tell you, why are you playing that? Maybe you can be playing in the band, in the school band, or doing concerts for any other, or I don't know, being in the EDC, or I don't know, other concerts and that. what do you tell them, and what did they say to you? Because it's not normal for many people to see somebody 16 years old, 18 years old playing in this kind of band, no?
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I think it's definitely a unique thing that we're doing, but just a lot of what Cameron said, I agree with. And I just feel that it's important to Cameron and I to really spread Saul's message and spread the never forget message. And that's the biggest reason of why we're doing this band opposed to just any other band. And we feel that yeah, a lot of what Cameron said, I agree with.
I don't know if Sam is already around here. Sam?
Yes, I am here. So sorry, I had to join by my phone because the internet was so bad, but okay, I'm here. And I don't know if anyone else has another question. You can raise your hand and ask well, Saul, I think he went for something, but if you have a question for Cameron or Ben, you can do it right now. I don't know if someone has a question of the band, of music, whatever you want to ask.
I have another question for the three of them, but I think Saul is not with us.
I'm on.
And Saul, I have a question for you in these days. You know, many people were saying, we have to be closed in our houses for 3 months, 4 months. Also, older people, they were suffering from this. It's hard to be just alone in their house for most of the time. Some of them just did a comparison about being in the Holocaust and being alone, or being have to be hiding for months or years by themselves there. What is your message for the people now with the COVID, now that they have to be in the houses? I say for people around 80s, 90s, and for young people that doesn't feel like this is hard, and they have computers, they have internet, they have cell phones. And for older people that have to suffer and be alone in their houses, what will it be your message?
I tell you the truth. The minute the coronavirus is going to be over, I'm playing something that all the Holocaust that survived, they're not dying yet, they're still alive, going to be together at one bunch. I'm working on something, but I can't do it now because there's no way to get in touch with nobody. Everybody sits home and trying to do the best to survive the Corona-19. After this, I got big plans, so long I'm going to be alive. Got the answer?
Perfect. And somebody else wants to add something about it, about what to do, Cameron, Brian, about this.
Let them
possible.
I got a website. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. The boys are there. If you want my telephone call, you call me privately. I give you my phone. You can talk to me. I speak to my cousin in Montreal at least once a month, twice a month, because she's blind. She doesn't see so good, so I can go and see her. But we can always be in touch. I have a lot of Krakow friends. We got a society, a Krakow society in Flushing, Long Island. I belong already, one of the founders. I belong already to the 4 years.
Just to people to know, Saul is 95 years old?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. And you're an inspiration for everybody.
Thank you so much. We have a comment here in the chat of Clau.
No, excuse me, I have to interrupt because I want him to hear. I'm a double survivor. 30 years ago, I survived stomach cancer. I'm still alive. Okay, now you can talk. I'm finished.
Yes, you're a miracle, right?
Yep.
Yeah, double survivor. God saved you for all of that, and yes, we are so happy to have you here. So we have a comment here in the chat of Clau. I don't know if you want to say it, or do you want me to read it? If you want to say it, turn on your microphone and tell Saul and the guys. Okay, you can read it, please. Okay.
Well, I said everything I wanted.
Oh no, yeah,
I said goodbye to it.
That someone is going to tell you this. I'm going to read the comment of someone. Lau says, it is great that you are using your band to allow people to know what occurred. You probably are spreading the message about what happened in that place. And also the grace of forgiveness that all the ones who had suffered the Holocaust had to experience. They are alive for a reason, and that God's grace is on them. Their lives have a purpose. Let's help them to spread the message out. Yes, thank you so much, Clau. That's why please go follow the band in Instagram. Cameron, can you put it again in the chat, please?
Yes.
You can follow the band, and we can, for example, share, you know, when they put a video or something, so people can know about this band and can learn about this message.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and also follow
you take care of it because
yes, of course. Okay, we have a question of Andrea. I don't know if you want to ask it, Andrea, or do you want me to read it? If you want to ask it, you can turn on your microphone.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. I'm really thankful for your lives. So my question is, what inspires you in each gig? Like when you're gonna play, what inspires you?
Ben, do you want to go first?
Yeah, is that for Saul or for us? Do you want us to answer? Or do you want to answer? Or, all right. I guess what inspires us is that we just look at Saul and we see how much joy it brings to him to be on stage and to make the audience smile, and that's what keeps us going. That's what gives us energy to get better as a band and just improve. And we really just want to make Saul's life as happy as possible. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Same as Ben said.
Yes, I think your happiness message is so important for our generation because, yeah, we don't value things, you know, and we are like, oh, I am sad and nobody loves me, you know, all this stuff. But I think being happy is a really important thing. And as well, I think some of you were in that other interview. I interviewed a survivor called Eva Perlman, and she was telling us, every day that you wake up, you decide to be happy. So yes, I think that that's so important. Okay, I think we have another question here in the chat. Well, first we have this comment of Marcos saying, never forget. Let's learn from the past for those who could not survive. Exactly. Okay, then we have this question of Ron B. Do you want to ask it, Ron? You can turn on your microphone.
Morning, everybody. My question is, and I'm the son and grandson of Holocaust survivors, but I was always curious as to what you think, and I think there's 3 survivors present here today, Holocaust survivors, and I'd like to hear the opinion of all 3 of them, if possible, as to what they think was actually the difference between those that survived and those that did not.
Okay, I think this question is for, yes, I don't know, Saul, maybe Johnny or Maya, I don't know who wants to answer.
I couldn't pick up the whole question, that's why I can answer you.
Me
If you
too,
can
I
repeat
couldn't
that,
hear
I
it.
will try.
They said,
okay,
I
I will read it because I think the sound was bad, you know.
Yes.
He was saying that, what do you think made the difference between those that survived and those that did not?
You're breaking up. I can't hear nothing.
So the question was, what do you think the difference was between those who survived the Holocaust and those who unfortunately perished?
I got it. There's no answer to that, because every Holocaust survivor, every individual, survived on their own and with their own heart. We were gathering together. Yeah. But everybody, like me, my friends, we all had something in our head that I have got even words to tell you how we survived. I tell you the truth. I know everything about the Holocaust, and I don't remember how I survived. I survived. I was bombed. I was in blood. And I survived. I don't know why. I tell you the truth. I don't know.
Thank you, Saul.
Yeah, may I say something?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Now, I lost 39 people in my family. I'm the only one who survived. Now, how did I survive? I don't know. Why did I survive? I don't know. I would say maybe luck, maybe miracle, because it was impossible to survive. So what's the difference between the one who survived and that didn't survive? Fate, luck. No answer. Sorry, I can't answer you for that. Thank you.
There's an interesting quote from an Israeli journalist. Johnny, your answer reminded me of it. They say, you know, what's interesting about the Holocaust, the question, although terrible, isn't necessarily how could so many have died? It's how did any survive? And I think for that, like Saul said, we're, you know, grateful to God and many other factors that came in, you know, from the people who were there and talked about it. So thank you, guys.
Sorry, I couldn't activate my microphone. Yes, thank you for your answers. I don't know if anyone else has another question. If not, I'm going to ask. Okay, Marcos. Yeah, he has another question. Of course. Turn on your microphone, please.
I have my latter two questions. First, if can you sleep good? I mean, other Holocaust survivors have nightmares remembering that they happened. I need to know if you can sleep or you remember the past every night.
Good question.
Did you hear, Johnny?
No, I didn't hear it. No,
I don't hear either.
Okay, he was asking if you like if you can sleep, if you don't have these nightmares or stuff about Holocaust.
If I can live with the thing that I survive, I don't.
Yeah, if you can sleep, you know, because sometimes survivors have these nightmares and all this.
Well. Now I understand. I tell you the truth. If I would have to think about it, I wouldn't be here. I think about it, I talk about it, I eat about it, but somehow I take it away from me. I just want to make sure that another people know about it. So what I do, what I know, I'll try to give somebody else how I survive, how I play, my family, my wife, and my whole family. I mean, and also I talk about my family that perished. They are always talk about them.
To tell you the truth, for 70 years, I didn't talk about it. My family didn't ask me questions. I had nightmares every night. Till, did you hear about March of Living?
Yes.
Till I went on the March of Living in 2018, and I spoke to the kids. And all of a sudden, like a relief, I talked to somebody. I had my revenge. Let's put it this way. And as a matter of fact, I never had bar mitzvah, and you know what bar mitzvah is, eh?
Yeah.
And in 2018, I had my bar mitzvah in Poland. And then I wrote a book, and everything came out. And I sleep now normally, and I don't have nightmares. And all of a sudden, I start talking to my family about it, and now you cannot stop me. And for 70 years, I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to think about it. So this is your answer.
Yes, and the last as well for me, a question is, how do you feel, for example, knowing that in Spain, that in among other countries, Nazi rights hide of any punishment? For example, in Spain, we have Wolfgang Jungler, the last Leibstandarte of Adolf Hitler, and Otto Skorzeny, SS general, that die sleeping without any punishment. How do you feel?
I don't hear a question. I don't hear what. Sorry, I'm getting older and my hearing is not so good. Could you repeat it?
Do you listen me now?
Pardon?
Do you listen me?
Yeah, I can listen to you, yeah.
Okay. How do you feel knowing, for example, that in Spain, among other countries, many Nazi rights hide without any punishment? For example, in Spain, we have Wolfgang Jungler, that was the last SS Leibstandarte of Adolf Hitler, and Otto Skorzeny, SS general, that don't come to the justice.
Well, I met in Mauthausen, I met quite a few Spanish people since the revolution, 1935. And people are people. There's no such thing as Spanish people or Polish people or something else. There's a character. There's anyway, I don't like to talk about it.
We all made out from the same blood, whoever we are, red, blue, white, green. Believe me, we're all the same, except our heads work different. If all the heads work the same way, we will both together, we would have peace all over the world. Simple as that.
You see, when child is born, he's not anti-Semite, he's not against Polak, he's not against Jews, he's not against black people. Depends how you raise them, how they grow up, how you educate them. As I said before, the only answer, the only key to stop the prejudice is education. You have to start first of all, Holocaust supposed to be the how we call it, they have to teach them. They have to teach in every school. So it should not happen again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, exactly. We should.
Excuse me, I have to interrupt. I'm
yes,
sorry, but I have to say goodbye. Okay? Hello?
Hey, yes, thank you so much.
Goodbye.
I just want. Wait a minute. I just wanted to read you a poem I made for you. I always make a poem for the people the survivors that I interview. So I will just say it and then you're free. Okay. So, okay. I am going to share it in the screen.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.
No, wait a minute. I'm going to read it. Okay. I made this poem for you, Saul.
Go ahead.
I made this poem for you. He was so young and left alone. His childhood was stolen, but his heart was always golden. He was captive and he suffered. Music was his supper. Music was the key. Melodies set him free. And now he is a symphony. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Saul.
Please send me that.
Of course, I will send it to you. Did you like it?
Send it to me. I'm gonna cherish the rest of my life. I'm crying. I'm listening to this. Honest to God.
Oh.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Sal.
goodbye, everybody. I have to eat because I got a little small stomach and my nose says, Sal, the food is waiting for you. Okay.
Okay, so if everyone can turn on your microphone and camera
Cameron,
to say
Ben,
goodbye to Sal.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Call me, guys. I have to get.
Turn on your cameras and say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay. Well, Saul is leaving, and I just wanted to say, obviously, thank you. Thanks, Saul. Thank Cameron.
Bye.
Bye. Thank Ben, thank everyone for being in this meeting. I think it's so meaningful for all of us as this younger generation and all of you that it's joining this meeting, because we can learn, right, about value our lives and all this, and that we can use art, we can use music to show this beautiful message, you know, not just this message, but to show love, to show hope and faith. So I think that's what we should keep in our hearts. I know many of you that are here, you play an instrument. We are many musicians here. I also play the piano, and I know that Monse, she sings, and we had Samuel, Samuel Arias, he plays all the piano, and we have many musicians here. So I think it's so important to us, this meeting. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you also to Diario Judío that it's also sharing this meeting in his page, and never forget what happened, right? So yes, just I wanted to ask Saul, obviously another question, but he's gone. I wanted then to ask to Cameron, for you guys and for Saul, well, you can talk for him. What does never again mean?
It's a really, really good question, because it's sort of said a lot, but I'm not sure everyone really values it. I believe that never again means not only never again for the Jews and anti-Semitism, but never again for every type of hatred. There are genocides going on all over the world in mass right now, in massive numbers, and we don't even hear about it often. So I think you forgot to turn off your screen, but that's really what it means for us. So to be an example to the rest of the nations of what should never happen again. Thank you so much for this interview. I loved it. It was amazing. I do have to get to practice with Saul, but again, thank you so much, and thank you everyone who came. It means a lot.
Sam, we need more people like you. You are wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, and thank you for joining us. It was amazing to have you too here, the two survivors, you know, talking and all this. So thank you so much. As Cameron and Ben said, I am doing this for honoring you and honoring my ancestors, that the one that survived and the other ones that perished. So thank you so much for sharing your stories, for being here, and follow the page that my mom just put in the chat, so you can be more you have the information of the following meetings. Next Saturday we will have another meeting with a survivor, so we wait you here. Thank you guys. So we are going to say goodbye, but this was a really nice meeting. Thank Johnny, thank you Cameron, thank you Ben.
I thank you. I thank you so much. Thank you
so much. All the best. Thank you.
All the best. If you can turn on your cameras and say goodbye to everyone, we want to see you guys. Bye. Thank you so much. Never forget what we learned, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Okay.